Whoa, this is your man Nico B, and this is the Black Effect. Hit that like and subscribe button. You know how we do things. Let me get into this quickly. I want to talk about this Puff Daddy and situation, man. With him and Mace, Mace recently, Puff Daddy recently, I guess, won some award. Um, you know, and we all know Puff Daddy ain't really done nothing but leech off of other niggas, basically be the ringleader of rap, just be in the mix where it's hot. But Mace, he recently got on one of his award and he gave some speech, trying to be like for some speech for black excellence, saying that these awards shows don't honor black people and things like that. And Mace, felt some type of way about that, and responded in a long tweet and was like, man, give me back my publishing, homie. Like you saying that and I get where Mace is coming from, because it's like, Puff Daddy, that may have been the right message, but from the wrong mother effing messenger, man. Do you get it? Because we can go down the line of people who had problems with Puff Daddy. I grew up in the time, of Bad Boy's height, I grew up in the time when Pac was alive, Big was alive, where, my first rap album, my own, was Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, and my mama, used to hide it from the tape. Not the CD, the tape, cassette tape for me and my brother, and I don't blame her because of the lyrics and everything else, it wasn't nothing for kids, but we heard it anyway, man, and I fell in love with rap music and hip hop and things like that, man, and so I know I came up in the golden era, of rap and hip hop. When, like I said, when Mace, and what Mace said was true, man. Mace did spearhead Bad Boy when it was in obscurity. When Bad Boy was dead, which I mean figuratively, because when B.I.G. died, and when he was the one with the pen, writing for everybody, writing for Puff. Big was finna do Puff's, he was finna executive produce Puff's album, write everything for Puffy, and make him, give him a swag. When Big passed, that was all over. Puff had no swag. He had no lane to turn to. He wasn't finna be able to get his swag from the Locks. Did he get his swag from the Locks? No. Did he get his swag from, he did some music with Lil' Kim, but did he get his swagger from a woman? No. He got his swag from, who and where he get his rhymes and his lyrics from. Oh, I'm a one bedroomer, dreaming of a million. Now I'm in beach houses, cream to the ceiling. I was a gentleman living in tenements. Now I'm swimming in all the women that be tens. Went from bad boys to the crushed lineaments. You think he wrote that? How they came in the truck and all, Puff, that's a Benz. That was Mace. Mace spearheaded Bad Boy to where it needed to be, gave him the swag, gave him the Goodfellas shit, and kept him afloat. Understand, when Mace got up and left and went to church, and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna talk about that more in depth. When he left, Bad Boy was in obscurity again. Do you not remember? You don't remember when Puff was struggling again after Mace left? This nigga was doing them forever. That one, he was fucked up. He couldn't do nothing. Like, his music sucked. He was still around. Puff Daddy always was around. I'm talking about that nigga right there. He is like the damn entity, It is like, to me, I'm not going to say that this man is serving Satan, but it seems like it, because he's always been around in these eras. You know what I'm saying? Not just spearheading this and just continuing this dysfunctional hip hop culture all the way up into the point it is now. He was the one. If I'm gonna just be real, if it was on the other hand and Pac was still alive, Pac would have ran Puff Daddy and them out of the rap game. I'm gonna just be real with you. He would have ran them out of the rap game, because Pac was upholding the real standards of the people, being real. Puff Daddy and them, they came in with that party and bullshit mentality. Where the hoes at? I'ma fuck all the women I can. We gonna take all the drugs. We gonna party, and we still gonna try to talk that fake gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing positive. We gonna take God out of it. Big was talking about, when I die, I wanna go to hell, because I'm a piece of shit. It ain't hard to effing tell. That was his lyrics. So, Puff Daddy was with him. You know, at the end of the day, I don't know, you know, what is really like, going on in that man Puff Daddy head, like in his mind, like, cause he's done a lot of people wrong. And he gets to talking this stuff like, I think Brother Love is drunk. You know what I'm saying? I think now he hitting the sauce too much, man. Because these demons that he got in, these demons that's chasing him, man. Puff Daddy, like, I don't even, like, indirectly, we know what happened, with B.I.G. You know what I'm saying? We know what happened with Pac. Indirectly, even if the situation that set it off was ultimately Pac beating down Orlando Anderson, still you put the battery in their back talking about the $1 million because by you being so scared, talking about you gonna give Cass $1 million to get rid of gonna put the hit out on Suge and Pac, gonna try to hit them. You know what I'm saying? You missed with Suge, you couldn't get them both. So, the wall broke out and somebody had to die. You heard the song, and why was you trying to so adamant on getting big to LA? You knew you nigga, and you heard Big Gene. Where did you get that? Why was you so spot on with the I don't care if Pac die, Big gotta die, and Suge Knight gotta go to jail? That shit happened. How did you know that, like, I could get you saying, I don't give a fuck if Pac gotta die. I don't care if Suge Knight gotta go to jail. But why you talking about if Big gotta die? Because you knew somebody had to. And you just pretty much, what it's saying to me, you just pretty much put him in the, subconsciously, everything was going on. And you just put him in the midst. Let him get hit. I mean, that's my opinion on. That's how I'm assessing this situation, man. You know what I'm saying? From the Most High. Now, you got to come out, I want you to come out and tell me that's not true. Because don't nobody ask Puff Daddy nothing. No one asked Puff Daddy anything. People act scared. They act like, I don't even know if it's scared. They just act silly. Like they scared that he not going to do business with them anymore is what I'm saying. Well, I don't have that problem, sir. And I'm like the nigga Big Gene. Like Mace is a key. And the thing I gotta say about Mace though, let me get into this. Like with Mace, like, Puff did give him a bunch of money in advance. You know what I'm saying? And for an album and things like that. And Mace just up and left. So, and Puff, he kept, like, Mace kept the money. He just up and left. You can't really you're not supposed to do that. Like, he had to promote it. You can't just up and just bounce after you get an advance of money. But okay, niggas let bygones be bygones. And if I was, see, my problem with Mace is Mace do the dibbling and the dabbling. If I was Mace and I found and you go off and you found your church money, you know what I'm saying? God bless you with that. I would have never came back to rap. I would have never came back, bro. I know, I know that's me, I'm not in his specific situation, but I'm telling you, me, like, no, that's playing. I do consider that to be playing around. Like, every man walk with God is different, but quit dibbling and dabbling. That's the problem with you. When you doing that, that's the problem in your career, why you didn't reach the heights that you're supposed to, and that's just the problem, like, even in being real, like with people who in church and your brothers and sisters in Christ. They just looking at you like, man, you need to get out of the game. Like, quit worrying about it. Don't ask for nothing from them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them niggas. Don't keep same circles with them niggas unless they come into your church. What are you doing? Why? We heard you. We heard the music, man. If that's something you done with, be done with it. We know it's Mace. We know you didn't get your props, man. But we know the real niggas know. And people who grew up in that time know what time it was. But my thing is this too. With what is that? With Puff, man, like Puff to fix his mouth to be able to get up there and do that damn speech. I thought it was ridiculous too, because just look at his history. Look at the artists. Puff Daddy, Craig Mack, spearhead. Craig Mack, Lord rest that man's soul. Lord rest the man, Craig Mack, man. That dude right there. The funk, robotic, bionic. That dude was dope, man. I don't care what nobody says. For Craig Mack was dope. The CRAIG Mack is back, well known as, man, what was that? Nah. It said, nigga wanna grab my dick, too lazy, hold it for me. I'm straight rap great, busting head straight in dreads. I'm everlasting, like the toe on Pro Cats. A Tech 9 when I rhyme, plus I climb. Word is bond. Your album couldn't fuck with one line. And he was on the song, and I really do believe that him and Big was talking about each other on that song. You know, Big was on the, you should have been a cop, fuck hip hop. With that freestyle, you're bound to get shot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Pack the gat a lot. My flag about to drop. That right there, they was talking about each other, and this is Puff putting them on the same song, putting Big first on Craig Mack's remix. Like, I would have been looking at this nigga Puff like, what the hell is you thinking, boy? Back then, there was certain criteria you followed in music. You didn't do that. Even now, dudes would. I don't think, you know, it's just, it was disrespectful all around the board, and Puff was allowing it to go on. He was allowing Big to come in and disrespect Craig Mack, and he should have regulated that and made them work to, you know, put them together and really regulated that situation. But Big was willing to play the game more than Craig Mack was, and he was that type of artist that Puff Daddy wanted. So he edged Craig Mack out, and that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Probably still old Craig Mack publishing. You know, look at what happened to Big. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing happened to Big. Look at the Locks. You know, I bought a 50-pound bag of for the mutts. Man, I'm pretty sure the Locks didn't really like Puff Daddy in real life. I'm just gonna be real. I don't think he liked them. I don't think they liked each other, and Puff was totally disrespecting, you know, the Locks on, you know, on a lot of occasions. You see what happened with them. Wasn't they begging to get out of their contract? Wasn't they begging to be free? That was a whole campaign, free the Locks. And they all said the same thing about Puff, like that he was a paper gangster, you know what I'm saying? That he real, you know, that Puff or really, you know, and what they mean by that is he will jerk your ass. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Like, he will jerk you for your shit. He don't care about, you know, it's all business with him. You better not sign no contract with that nigga. Or you know what? Or you gonna be in it for a world of hurt. All right, so you got the Locks. That was over. You know what I'm saying? Mace with the church. Mace was like, he can't take this shit no more, man. This life, like, these niggas here, this is where the devils are. After Mace left, Puff Daddy then went into obscurity. He had to crawl into his hole and wasn't doing too much. He got Mark Curry. Mark Curry wrote them that we ain't going nowhere. He was on the song. Y'all don't remember that nigga, do you? But yeah, he was on there. He resurrected Puff Daddy's ass. He wrote his rhymes. Now look at Mark Curry. He wrote the book, Dancing with the Devil, calling Puff Daddy the devil. That's Mark Curry. He gone. He left. Boom. Who else was there? G-Dep. Do you think? I'm pretty sure he owns all of these people's publishing. He still owns Biggs. He ain't give it to Miss Wallace. You know, but he cursed so much. But yeah, who else was that? Carl Thomas, man. Where he at, man? What else was that? I'm trying to think of the rappers though, not just the R&B singer, because it's too many. It's so many. Damn. It was the Locks when he left. Mark Curry, G-Dep who went to jail. Black Rob, man, my nigga BR resurrected Puff. Man, one of the hardest songs that Bad Boy ever had to me was Whoa. Whoa was, bro. Black Rob should have blew out the roof. But he ain't get pushed like that. Like, Puff just basically put him on the, you know, basically did that 1-2. I'm gonna overshadow niggas, hop all in the videos and do all this and not gonna promote the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, at the end of the day, some of that may have been due to BR, you know what I'm saying, problems with alcohol and drugs. But the thing about Puff is what I'm saying is with a lot of, is the same thing with a lot of black men and black men and women, you know what I'm saying, coming up, we secretly hate each other, you know what I'm saying. We talk about the oppressor, but we treat ourselves worse. Like I said, we're a black person, the average black person don't have no problem killing another black person. That's been going on since the 90s. And the thing is, we need to find value in ourselves and actually, all that fake love, you can miss me with that shit, because love to me is action. It's not about your words, you know what I'm saying, are you doing it? If you could be saying a whole bunch of shit, but if you don't have if your actions don't show that you got love, you know what I'm saying, then, I ain't fucking with you. And at the end of the day, there ain't no love in you trying to, knowing better, and you not telling me the game, and you just fuck me over, and it ain't no love in, nigga putting, us working together, building something together, me come and resurrect your ass, or me come and help you in a situation where you needed help, and then when it come to me, you not, you trying to treat it as strictly business, and, I ain't gotta tell this nigga nothing. That ain't no love there. You know what I'm saying? You don't hold, we don't build something together, and you talking about I'm your brother, and then, your partner and all this, and when I pass, you don't give what's mine to my family. You know what I'm saying? You can set it up in some way where you still make money, you know what I'm saying, when this stuff is coming out. You still get some checks, but you owning all of this, man, publishing, like, that's not right, man. I ain't feeling you, Puff, for that. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I'm praying for, for everybody, man. I hope, that the Lord have grace and things like that, and for all of us. But, you gotta reap what you sow, man. And I think that, that the demons and some people are serving Satan. Let's just be real. Satan is the owner and the king of this earth, given over to, given dominion by the Most High God. I mean, in Christ. And for some reason, that being he can give you things, give you blessings upon the earth. Let's just be real. Rappers in the 90s were literal devil worshippers. Literally. Look at Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. Go listen to that East 99 album. That bullshit backwards talk that they was playing the albums backward. That Mo Murder, Mr. Ouija was the name of their song. This isn't me saying just making this up. Go look at the album covers. East 99, Bone Thugs and Harmony was worshiping the devil. Now, like I said, they were hard back in the day. I fuck with them dudes, like, what I'm saying, in the raps back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely don't hear nothing new from them. But but shout out though, you know what I'm saying, to all of the shout out to the 90s, man. I mean, to the golden era of rap, man. That was when rappers put effort into their raps. They worked hard with their music. You know what I'm saying? It was a big event, when the videos and albums were rolled out, man. The video budgets was videos was like movies. You anticipated when the videos, like I said, was coming out. It was a good time for, and a lot of black people made money in it. But, also there was a lot of learning that went on. Like Big and Pac was, those men were very important in hip hop. In history, those men were not only very important in history, but they were very important in hip hop. They were very important in black history, because those men were actually friends best friends at one point. They were two parts of the same puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Pac always talked about the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Pac always mentioned God and spirituality in his raps. Big, was the exact opposite. He always mentioned it, but he always mentioned it in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to go to hell. Like he was mad at God. You know what I'm saying? But still a believer nevertheless. And, it's peculiar. It's peculiar how that situation went down. And they got pitted against each other. You know what I'm saying? By the powers that be. And things behind the scenes, because Puff and Suge were into it long before Pac and Biggie got into it. Don't get me wrong. Pac made people try to make it seem like Pac was just tripping and just trying to pick on Biggie. That wasn't the case. He actually thought that Biggie knew that he was, and Biggie was down with Puff. He actually thought that Biggie knew that he was finna get shot or at least get touched. He could have warned him, and it seemed like he set him up. Seemed like he got him there. Well, it wasn't even Big who asked him there, but it just seemed like he knew. I'll say that, and that's what pissed Pac off, you know what I'm saying? And when you start doing, and Big was great with these subliminals and things like that, and music really meant something in that time. Like music meant, people were meaning what they said. It's funny and very, you might consider it to be stupid, but this how real people, this how real these times were, this how real the music was. The criteria is you had to be real. And in those times, you could pay to get off of these cases easier. You didn't have YouTube and cameras everywhere. But these rappers were putting real things that they were doing. It was all real in their rhymes. That just made it creative. Big, that's why I say, man, was a great lyricist. One to be able to hide and play with words and put things in these raps that were real. So when Pac heard things, you saw the movie. When he hears Hit 'Em Up, I mean, no, he hears Who Shot Ya, and he's in jail and he's been shot, and those lyrics like that, and it's like, why would you even make that song? I don't care. People say it was recorded before. Okay, well, we're not using it. How about that? That's what I would say. You're not using it. But Big played on that, and he knew what time it was. So you got what you got, man, you know. But yeah, I ain't gonna do this video too much longer. I might do a part 2. But I just want to, comment on that, man, because I grew up in them times, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a lot of love and for hip hop and for my peoples. It's black culture was at one time synonymous with hip hop culture, still is up to this point, but we need to separate that. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is just like wrestling. Is wrestling synonymous with white culture or something? No. So with that being said, man, Puff, that was, like I said, that was a great message from the wrong messenger. And I totally get what Mace is saying, because if you're gonna say something like this, and now on Mace's end, now I could be like, okay, I see why you're saying something. It's like, well, hold on, Diddy. Like, you say, like, don't talk all that, because if I was Mace right now, before that speech, I would have never ever went back, asked for anybody for anything in the rap game, never wanted to go back into the rap game, see or anybody from there, unless we in the supermarket or you at my church. Now, but when you come out talking like that, saying stuff like this, I can totally get why Mace is like, now hold the phone. Can I get mine? Like, can we get ours? The niggas who actually helped you? And you want to talk this black excellence to these white folks? Just talking about give me this. It's not black excellence to enslave your own people. Okay? It's your man, Nico B. Black Effect. I'm gone.